very important part of turning on your 911. Always turn on the sports exhaust before you turn it on. Let's see if we can hear anything. Not bad. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we have a 911 to review. And what 911 of the 5 million 911s there are for sale is this one? Well, this is a base spec 911 Carrera 4. It's not an S version, it's just a 4. This is what you go to a dealership and I want a 911. Do you like a lot of power? No, I just like adequate power. Do you drive on wet roads or snowy roads? Yes, occasionally. Do you want something very safe? Oh yes, please. So this is what you get. It's a Carrera 4. I need to give a special thank you to Porsche Estoril for lending me this car for the whole day to test drive, to review, just for you, for your pleasure. I will not get any pleasure from this drive. This is all for you. They are a dealership as well as a service center in Estoril. They have a lot of cars on display. And if you ever need something, you can go directly to them and they will hook you up. Moving on to the review of this car. So, as I said, what we've got here is a 911. It's a 992. This is the newer generation of 911. Before it was the 991. It was, I think, adored by many. As always, the Porsche purists, they said, oh, it's too big. Well, guess what? This one is even bigger. This car is a Carrera 4. It's got 385 horsepower, 450 Newton meters, if I'm not mistaken. It weighs, I think, over 1,600 kilos, and that's, I mean, it's a porker. This car. It's not a lightweight. This car, as you'd expect, this car's got an 8-speed PDK. It's a newer version of the PDK. Before it had only 7. This one has 8. It's a wonderful gearbox. One thing that makes me like it very much is the way that it shifts so quickly. Let's say that you're just driving along. I'm doing 50 kilometers per hour right now in 5th. I touch the throttle a little bit and it will shift down so quickly. For overtaking, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's a very fast gearbox. This is the first time that I'm sitting in a 992. I've seen them driving around. They're not exactly brand spanking new. They've been around for some time now, but it's the first time that I've sat in one. And having been in a 991 and a 997, I can tell you that this is a very big step up from the 997, and it's quite a significant step up from the 991 as well. This whole interior is quite changed. We still have this center console right here. It doesn't have the plethora of buttons anymore. A lot of the things now are controlled via the infotainment screen. And then we have this huge rev counter right in the middle. Beautiful, beautiful needles and 2 screens on the side. These screens are very clear, yes, but there is one issue with them, which is from where I'm sitting, I cannot see the 2 outer rings very well. They are a little bit covered. So my water temperature and my fuel gauge, they are absolutely covered. In terms of quality, I can tell you that this car is, well, it's very well built. It's got, this one in particular has got LED on the door cards. It's got LED on the dash as well. It's not soft, it's very hard, but it's leather. It's covered in leather. This one's got the panoramic roof, which opens and has a blind that closes. It's a very nice place to be overall. This car has got the Sport Chrono as well, so you get a little clock over there, and this huge screen which dominates, I mean, it dominates a lot of the interior. You also have here some quick buttons for your traction control, your suspension, your exhaust. Very, very important. You must always press this button when you get in the car. I don't know if you noticed, but the tone changes immediately. Let's see if we can, I'm gonna open the roof a little bit. So this is normal. This is with the valve closed. It makes a noise, but it's very tame. Valve open. Yeah, and it's got a soft limiter, as most of these cars do these days, but it sounds much better with the exhaust on. Funny enough, I have never seen one of these on the road without the sport exhaust. You can tell by the quad pipes versus the oval pipes. I'm not a fan of the oval pipes, how they look, but that means you've got the sports exhaust. In terms of things that you can do in the interior, you've got, so these screens, you have your speedo on the left, and then you have this screen on the right. This screen you can control many things. You can see your GPS, you can see your sport chrono, you can see G-forces, traction, where it's going, front or rear, because this car is a four-wheel drive, the tire pressure, your modes, etc. That brings me on to the modes. This car's got a knob right here, which I think they stole from Ferrari, more or less, but everybody copies these days. Mercedes, they also have something like this. But you've got wet, normal, sport, sport plus, and individual. And okay, turned off, funny. But when you put it in sport plus or sport, it gets more aggressive. In the middle, you've got the sport response button, which gives you Deathcon mode 5 for 20 seconds. If you want to destroy the world, you press that button, you've got 20 seconds to do it. For the interior, that's all that I can say. The controls are quite easily accessible. There are some things that you can't see, but it's okay because it's for the passenger, but the temperature, you cannot read this very well. Other than that, wonderful. The sound is also great. I've got Bose on this car. Overall, it's a very pleasing place to be. But now let's get going to see how it drives. Most cars these days, they have this ability to do a lot of things quite well, and this is one of them. It's got adaptive suspension, which allows you to have two types of stiffness. You can have your car very stiff or more pliant. Driving around these roads, they have a little bit of potholes. They're not the best roads around town, and despite the fact that I'm running 20-inch rims at the front and 21s at the back, I cannot say that this is a very uncomfortable car. This is actually quite a comfortable car. Porsches of the past, they were more uncomfortable. I can say that much. But this one, no, it's actually quite comfortable. Another thing that you also find that it's very comfortable are these seats. These are the most basic seats. So this has manual adjustment to move forward and back. The backrest is electric, and going up and down is also electric. Despite that, the driving position is wonderful, very wonderful. It's a very low car, keep that in mind. So getting inside the car, you can feel that you're going very near the ground. I haven't bottomed it out yet, but this car is also not on the lowest suspension possible. But other than that, going over speed bumps, wonderful. Driving on broken road, also very manageable. Overall, it's a good and comfortable experience. As you'd expect from a Porsche, driving position is wonderful. It's hit very low in the seat, inside the actual car. One thing that I usually complain about, for example, E92s in the E46, BMW in this case, you sit a little bit too high for my taste. This one you are sitting very low, which is wonderful for driving enjoyment. With all that boring stuff out of the way, I'm gonna pop it into sport, out of comfort. The gearbox downshifts immediately. The steering also gets a bit sharper, it gets heavier. I'm gonna put it in manual, just because. What can I say? The front end on this car is great. I'm running Pirellis, which are not my favorite type of tire, but overall, dynamically, this car is great. It drives just as you would imagine. It's a very fast car, and this gearbox, it's wonderful. It's very quick. Downshifts on point. It inspires quite a lot of confidence. And being four-wheel drive, the floor is wet. Yes, it is. But being four-wheel drive, you don't get scared by this, by the fact that it's wet. That's great. I hadn't driven this car spiritedly yet. This is the first time I'm doing it for you, for the camera, and it feels quite nice. It feels wonderful, actually. Very, very stable, very confident. And mind you that this road's got a lot of... It's just started raining. It's like the first time it rains in a long time. That means that the roads are... They are still dirty, grime and oil. But the car handles wonderfully. The four-wheel drive system, you can feel it taking care of everything. You point where you want to go, you mash the throttle and it goes. It's the last car that I drove similar to this was the M4, and compared to this, my God, the M4, it would be all over the place. Brakes are also very, very good. This car's got 385 horsepower, 450 Newton meters of torque from a 3-litre flat 6 with 2 turbos. Yes, you probably already know this, but the non-turbo Carrera is a turbo. Front end, a lot of grime, traction control pulling me out, and the noise. Downshifts are just so crisp, and you can just floor it, no issues. You can just floor it in every scenario possible, and it just grips. I've also got 305 section tires at the back on a 21-inch rim, and they provide a lot of grip. The front end on this car is very confidence inspiring. I think it would benefit a lot from better tires, but even though there's got these Pirellis, it's a lovely thing to drive. It really is. Flooring it anywhere, and you just get this sense of movement and traction all the time. Sometimes if it's very wet and you've got the steering turned, yes, it will squirm a bit. But the traction control, I've got traction control on this car right now. But the traction, it will sort you out. Sometimes it throws a little bit of burbos. Yeah, sometimes. It's not always funny. Let me see if it does the same in Sport Plus. No. They put it back in Sport. I don't know if you can listen. You probably can, but this gearbox is ferocious. It's not a secret that Porsche gearboxes are some of the best out there, but seeing it in a video like you're seeing it, and actually driving one, it's like second gear. Good God! It's so quick. Downshifts, upshifts. It's a great gearbox. I'm having the same issue that I had with the M4. As I said on the M4 video, I'm an advocate of manual gearboxes. Shit! Traction control saved me there. As I said on the M4 video, I'm an advocate of manual gearboxes, but I have to admit that these modern day gearboxes they make quite the compelling argument to have them. They are so quick, they are so efficient. I don't see any drawbacks to having this gearbox, except for the fact that it isn't as engaging. But do you think I'm not having fun? If you think that, let me tell you, you're wrong. The other wonderful thing of the PDK gearbox is put it in normal mode, put it in automatic, put the car in normal mode, and you're driving it just like a torque converter gearbox. It's very smooth, off the line, changing up, changing down. I haven't been able to catch out this gearbox once, not even once. It's always in the right gear, and if it's not, I'm just driving along in normal, everything normal. I press the throttle, goes. It's a wonderful gearbox. If you're thinking of getting a manual, you probably want a manual. Let me just say that, because a manual, first, these cars, they don't come with a manual anymore, which makes them rare, and it makes the whole experience is different. You're changing gears yourself. It's something that's getting less and less common these days. It's a whole different experience. If you're driving this car to work, on traffic, whatever, if you're thinking, oh, I prefer the PDK, don't be worried. You will love this gearbox. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's got this dinky gear changer thing, this gear lever. It's quite useful, actually. It looks a little bit like a shaver, but it's quite useful. This car's also got launch control. It's got the sport chrono, it's got launch control, it's got all that shebang. How do you get into launch control mode? Well, it's very simple, actually. Unlike BMW, Porsche makes it easy for you. Just come to a halt, put the car in sport mode. Right now it's in manual mode. It's an automatic. Press the brake fully, press the throttle fully, and get ready. Oh, God! Turning circle is quite good. It's very good, actually. Speaking about the power, this car's got 385 horsepower, as I said. Is that a lot? Well, no. A BMW M4 to me is faster, and it probably is. In the right conditions, on a rolling start, I think the M4 will win. 385 horsepower is more than plenty to have fun. Since it's turbocharged, it's got a lot of torque. This car, it can do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour with sport chrono in 4 seconds. To put that into perspective, the 997 Turbo, which came out in around 2007, late 2006, that was the top of the line four-wheel drive model, the civilized non-GT model you could get at the time. That car, with a Tiptronic, which was faster than the manual, it was one of the first to have an automatic gearbox which was faster. That car, it did 3.8 from 0 to 100. This car is a entry-level four-wheel drive Carrera, and it does 4 seconds flat. And as you know, Porsche, they're quite conservative, so most likely those 4 seconds is something more like 3.8. So you're getting exactly the same performance from 0 to 100 out of a 385 horsepower engine, whereas the Turbo had a 480 horsepower engine, 3.8, more torque. That's the power of evolution. This car is really quick. On this mountain road right here, this car is plenty. If you had any more power, I mean, would you be having more fun? I don't know, maybe, but it would be so marginal. This is a wonderful package. More than adequate power, launch control. It's a great feature. It's great to show your friends. It's great to entertain yourself. One other key aspect of this car is the steering. The steering feels amazing. Through the corners, I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of feel. You do not feel a lot of the camber from the road. I cannot tell you that I feel a lot of what's going on, but it's also a four-wheel drive model, so it's different. Another issue with turbo cars that people complain a lot, but mostly motoring journalists, people that just want to drive their cars, they don't even think about that, is turbo lag. And turbo lag is the lack of movement of the engine doing anything until the turbos spool. A naturally aspirated car doesn't have that issue, well, because it doesn't have any turbos to spool. It will not necessarily move very quickly because it doesn't have, usually they don't have much torque, but the engine will start to move, the engine will start to pull the car. You will not need to wait for anything to happen, no turbos to spool. This car, I'm doing 60 kilometers per hour right now. I'm at 1,500 revs. I'm going to floor it, and I'll tell you when the car starts to actually produce any power. Floored, moving now. That is turbo lag. 1,500, fifth, floor it, nothing, starts moving. And you start hearing the turbos as well. One thing that has to be addressed is the weight of this car. This car weighs, announced by Porsche themselves, 1,630 kilos with fuel and driver. I don't know if it's a full tank or a 75% tank, but it's with fluids. It's a pig, this car. It's very, very heavy. A Carrera S, for example, the two-wheel drive weighs 1,550, if I'm not mistaken, which is, I mean, it's just better. The amount of performance that Porsche are able to extract from a 385 horsepower and a 1,630 kilo car is out of this world. Porsche engineering at its best right here. And I can also tell you that you cannot feel the weight very much, actually at all. It's very nimble, very agile, and it hides its weight very, very well. Hello, so it's currently 5:40 in the morning and few things are going to happen. One, I'm going to upset my neighbors because I'm going to do a cold start with this car. Two, I'm going to a place to do a photo shoot and record some POV that you'll be able to see later. And I'll give you my final thoughts on this car. It's currently the next day, so I'll catch you on the road. I've already done the POV, which you may or may not have seen already. And this is going to be my final thoughts about this car. So I was driving this car through this road, which is a very, very twisty road. It's a beautiful road, and I've heard Nick Murray say that the entry-level Porsches, namely the Carrera and the Carrera 4, like this one, are the pick of the bunch. And I didn't really ever understand why he would say that. But now that I've driven this car, I understand why. With its 385 horsepower, this car puts on a show, and it's a very, very big show. Driving around, it was so much fun. This PDK really suits this car. It's lightning fast. Through the twisty roads, the car is very, very precise. The front end does exactly what you expect it to do. It's a very, very poised and composed car. You need some power, you press the throttle, it instantly downshifts, which is wonderful. Driving slowly, it's quite a comfortable car. It's good over bumps. You can put the suspension in its hardest setting, and it's very good. I've just learned from driving this car. I've had it for a full day. I started yesterday. I'm driving it today as well. I'm giving it back today. I've just learned that you can go to a Porsche dealership, ask for a base Carrera or Carrera 4 if you prefer the four-wheel drive, which does come in handy sometimes, and you will be amazed at how quick this car is. I struggle to understand why you need more power than this. It's a very quick car. Launch control is absolutely ruthless. This infotainment screen works wonderful. Apple CarPlay wireless, wonderful as well. Even in a very basic spec like this one, I would recommend this car. If you've got the question, should I get the Carrera 4S or the 4? If you don't want the rad brake calipers, if you want an everyday car that is incredibly fun to drive, consider this one. It's a very good option. I've got the sports exhaust, which I think it's mandatory, because without it on, it doesn't sound very nice or very loud. When you put it on, it sounds much better. And the thing is, since this car's got a particulate filter already, it's a 2020, the sound is very muffled, especially from the outside. Inside, it's downshifts, they are very crisp, they have a nice sound to them. You hear a little bit of a burble sometimes on overrun, not always, but it's very modest. Overall, it's a wonderful, wonderful package. As I said in the beginning of this video, I want to give a special thank you to the Porsche Center in Estoril for lending me this car. Pay them a visit, go see what they have in stock, service your car there. They are top-notch people, and they will give you a good deal. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. There are going to be some photos of this car. I also did a photo shoot with a photographer. My Instagram link is down below. His will also be down below. So it really turned out amazing. So you should go to our Instagram and check it out. You won't regret it. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, as it helps the channel a lot. Also, follow me on Instagram and follow the photographer on Instagram. He posts a lot of good content. If you're into car photography, check him out. It's time to say goodbye, and more videos coming to you very, very soon.